What's going on? Welcome to the Strictly Raw podcast where it gets kept raw all the time. My name is Jake, joined by my co-host and producer, Church. Church, what's going on, baby? What's going on?
Not much, baby. Just living the dream. Oh,
Living the dream, huh? What you been
yeah.
doing?
Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of running around, basically, bro. It's been kind of crazy with that
Yeah?
military shit. Like, I got the thing about the military, right? Is just it's so fucking confusing. No one ever talks to each other.
Okay.
Shit's
Okay.
because I'm trying to get my orders, right? My separation orders. Apparently, you need orders to be able to get out of the military, or they'll just
Uh-huh.
keep you. So
Uh-huh.
I got to get those separation orders, but these two, the finance and the MPF building, whatever, are telling me I need commander's approval in order to get out of the military. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I got commander's approval, and then they're telling me I'm trying to expedite them, make the process go a little faster.
Mm.
And so I go to them, it's like, hey, I got commander's approval for expedite. Can we make this go faster? It's like, oh, we can't get your orders done faster. You need to talk to AFPC. This
It's one
thing.
of those hurry up, go faster, but it never gets done, huh?
Exactly. Basically like a hurry up offense, but when you have a coach that's 4-8, he gets not be able to done. Well, anyway, I
Willie
try.
Taggart?
Yeah,
Who is it, Willie Taggart?
I wasn't going there. But yeah. So I go contact AFPC, and they're like, bro, we're not able to get this done. You could have just gave us the dates you needed to leave. You didn't need commander's approval. So basically, I wasted 2 weeks trying to get these orders done and shit. And yeah, now I'm kind of screwed. Now, I was supposed to leave on the 8th, so in 2 days from now. But now I'm probably going to be leaving like 5 or 6 more days.
Yeah,
Because,
can't wait for you to get back. Can't wait for you to get back to Florida, to the 727, baby.
sure, all day. How about you? What you been up to?
Oh, just got done with my nursing exam, my final nursing exam for level 2, so we moving on. We moving up in the world, brother.
Are we?
We moving up in the world.
Level 2? What does that mean?
Got 4 levels in my program, so just gotta get through that, and then travel nurse is the goal, brother.
Okay. That's dope. Where are you trying to go? What's the first place?
Anywhere,
Any?
California,
Love that. Love that.
trying to get out west. All right, here's the thing, though. Let's get into it. So we're gonna be talking about obviously Florida State. I'd imagine we got a Florida Gator here. Church is a Florida Gator. Here it is. There we go. We're going to get Florida State, Florida in. We got to talk. Might do a little broad spectrum college football. I mean, this offseason, Church, have you seen anything like this offseason before? Anything like it?
Coaching carousel wise?
Coaching carousel, transfer portal. We got every single time I open up my Twitter, brother, I see 40 new kids in the transfer portal. Well, what's going on here?
No, that's a good explanation you put out. No, I've never seen anything this extent, this dramatic. Because I've
No.
seen, I mean, you get the mini coaches, whatever, but like obviously you got Napier, Lincoln Riley, Brian Kelly, all this, and then it's just crazy how you think these like perennial powerhouses like Oregon would be able to handle their head coach and not get taken away from Miami potentially right now. That's shit crazy.
Hey, they went back to back. Jordan 96, 97. Willie Taggart and
I know.
Mario Cristobal gone.
I like how we don't have a Miami guy here and we're just roasting their their program. Nothing to say. But no, I've never seen anything like that. Coaching carousel wise and for the transfer portals, I think it needs to be regulated in some way because it feels like all the players kind of have like the power and shit. Like
Someone would say back, Church. Someone would say, what about the coaches? The coaches are up and leaving when they want to.
that's fair. I mean, there's got to be a regulation for both. I feel like,
Has to be a regulation, sure. No, I agree.
but it's the NCAA, so
It is. Nothing's ever going to get done there. It's interesting because I feel like we had that COVID year where some people didn't want to get gone. South Carolina wanted to get rid of Will Muschamp. They didn't. Or did they get rid of Will Muschamp that COVID year offseason? I feel like this is 2 off seasons put in one of the coaching carousel, it feels like. What do you think about that?
see that. I mean, like coaching carousel for COVID is definitely way different. Just because it's a pandemic and shit. But you know, I don't know. I feel like it's COVID's still going on, so it's definitely a little more relaxed now. Speaking of like the coaching carousel, but I definitely would agree with that. feels like just 2 coaching carousels because people would just get the extra times like, oh, it's a COVID year, so eventually, like, yeah, just
I
2
mean,
more.
Lincoln Riley, that was that the biggest surprise to you? You think?
Going to USC, yeah. Thought he was gonna go to LSU.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see that coming at all.
No,
I didn't see that coming at all. I didn't even think I'd think he would leave. I honestly didn't.
no, I
Thought there's a chance maybe he just stays, but winning in Oklahoma is hard, man. You got to recruit Texas there. I mean, you have to recruit surrounding states, but bringing in dudes there every single year, it's hard. You go to USC, you're in the pack. The only competition you really had, their coach just up and left. I feel like he was kind of afraid.
yeah.
He didn't want the Lincoln Riley smoke there.
No.
He's going to recruit all of California.
Smoke show.
And, I mean, I think USC is going to be a factor within 2 years, 2 to 3 years. That whole entire class is coming with him now, brother.
Do you think that Lincoln Riley dodged the SEC?
Oh, I don't think Lincoln Riley wants the SEC smoke. Who does though?
That's fair.
I don't want to go to the
especially
SEC
the West. He's going to the West and not the East, and that's just gonna be harder recruiting. You got fucking juggernauts. You got Lane Kiffin staying there. That's
gonna be that offense, that Lane Kiffin offense. I never believed Lane Kiffin was going to leave this offseason. People always want to throw his name around, but no, I do think he wanted to leave. I think he wanted to leave because he did not want to go to the SEC. But I mean, that sets them up back. I mean, they hired Brett Venables. It's just another thing for my FSU fans out here. Now we're talking about Dabo Swinney's losing his defensive coordinator. Their AD might be going to Miami, I'm reading, and then their offensive coordinator might go to Virginia. Jake Elliott.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a carousel right there. I mean, Dabo Swinney's losing everyone. I mean, that man might be out of a job. He might be bagging my groceries here in Tarpon Springs here shortly, brother.
Yeah, no, I think he's definitely gone after 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
If he can't hire a coordinator.
Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez.
Yep. I love that.
So
Rest in peace, Chico.
We got a coaching introductory press conference yesterday. We have your boy Billy Napier.
Billy the Goat.
From Louisiana. Where is he from, Church?
From Louisiana, University of Louisiana. As now a fan of the University of Louisiana, we don't go by ULL no more. We don't go by University of Louisiana Lafayette. No, there's a lot of politics in the LSU.
Bourbon Street. That man was on Bourbon Street for almost half a decade over there.
A little bit, yeah. No, but
how'd he do out there, Church?
Love it. I think he went 39-12 because he went 7-7 his first year for his first class.
First years, that's an excuse. People don't want to hear it, but first year is an excuse. Dan Mullen was the anomaly to that. He took a four win roster. Mm-hmm. Y'all won 10 games that first year, right?
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, we are not going to talk about the Mullen era anymore because I want to.
Oh, we don't. Okay, we're done with Mullen. Got it. We're done with Mullen.
We're done with Mullen over here. It's all about Napier era. But basically, yeah. So 7-7 the first year, and it was just 3 straight 10-win seasons at a group of 5. Number 1 recruiting class each and every year. I think for his last 3 recruiting classes. Just recently won the Sun Belt Conference Championship against Appalachian State, and Appalachian State is no joke when it comes to the group of 5. They're like the mini Alabama. Coastal Carolina's kind of like there too. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with the hire. That was I even told you that's my number 1 guy when we were texting back and forth. But yeah, I'm very happy about the hire. And I'm ready to see what he got,
So you would want that hire over a Lincoln Riley, hypothetically, a Brian Kelly, hypothetically. You would want to go that route instead.
Yeah, I feel like this guy needs this program needs a rebuilder, and he's definitely proven that. He's from the Saban tree, even though Saban tree is kind of like iffy when it comes to us because we had McElwain, but no,
he was from Saban.
What's up?
McElwain was from Saban.
Yeah, he coached I think
I didn't know that.
2012 championship, 2011 when they won that year. He was the offensive coordinator.
Was he offensive coordinator there?
Yeah, and then
every single coach. He's had every coach in the country as that offensive coordinator.
Apparently, he's very well revered against the coaching carousel, coaching circle. But yeah, Napier. Um, was I going with this?
Um, kind of. Was it? What were you talking about, Billy Napier?
Uh,
Where he's going?
oh yeah, like fuck, where was I going for this? God,
Don't worry, it'll get edited out.
yeah, it's alright. Basically, Billy Napier. I feel like, oh yeah, this program needs a rebuilder,
Okay.
and I feel like he's very meticulous in recruiting and the
Oh,
infrastructure he puts in place. He knows what a championship is needed to be built in a program because he's seen it under Saban. Uh, Obviously worked under Saban for like 4 years. Um, as like I don't know what he was. I think he was like part of the offense. I don't know, wide receiver coach, OC, something like that. Little assistant, and then he went to Jim McWay in 2000. Now I'm getting my timelines mixed up, but he's seen it done, and he's very meticulous. Any coach or any person you ask has said this guy is like a mini Saban in
mhm.
the way. But we'll see. I feel like compared to Mullen, off-field improvements, like your infrastructure, your recruiting is going to be a lot better. Strength and conditioning is going to be a lot better than where it was.
Mhm.
Because Mullen kind of, even though I love the guy as a person, he kind of ruined a lot of shit
Mhm.
infrastructure wise. But my only question is on the field, and that's just wait to see, you know.
So, so Mullen got hired in 2017.
Yeah,
It's 28.
2018 technically.
So we then, Tennessee was a dumpster fire. They
Yep.
look like they're headed in the right direction. Missouri, horrible. They look like they're headed in the right direction. I think I saw they have maybe a 5-star recruit committed right now in Missouri.
Missouri, yeah.
Uh,
I think it's wide
LSU,
receiver Burden.
wide receiver, gotcha. LSU is going to LSU. Georgia's an absolute powerhouse. Don't give a damn what happened in the championship game. No one wants to play them regular season.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina, they got the Beamer. He looks like he's committed. Vanderbilt. I mean, they even got that defense coordinator from Notre Dame. Vanderbilt's committed to football.
Yeah, that's
So,
facts.
so we have an SEC East that looks like it's improving.
A little bit, yeah.
You always pull someone from the SEC West. Next year, I guess you got Texas A&M. I mean, Jimbo Fisher doesn't lose to Florida. That's established.
We'll see.
I think this has to be, as a reasonable fan, you got to give yourself at least 2 to 3 years before we start really making assumptions, right? I mean, the first year has to be kind of a wash, this
No,
2020 season.
I wouldn't say. What do you mean by washed?
Like, I don't think you could put too much stock into year one because he's losing this class. This whole entire recruiting class is gone. I think he even said something like that. He's not going to recruit anyone from this class.
He
So this, like,
didn't technically said that. He said that he won't sign. Don't be surprised if he doesn't sign one on the early signing day compared to the February one.
okay.
He's
But
gonna
I mean,
probably get
even
most of his already commits. He's probably gonna get those signed, plus maybe one, maybe I don't know, but we'll see.
yeah. I mean, early signing period, new coach,
Yeah,
whoever, however you want to call it. That first class bust rate of just people leaving campus, getting out. I mean, off the charts. I mean, that's just proven fact at this point. So I mean, that's a class that's going to be missed, which FSU did this twice, Justin, in the early signing period area with Jimbo to Willie. The first year early signing period was going on, and then you have Willie to Mike Norvell. 2 times in 3 years they flipped that roster over.
that sucks.
It does suck.
Yeah, but yeah, I know the 22 recruiting class. I'm not gonna have any really big expectations at all. Just
Mm-hmm.
get what we need. I trust him to, you know, fill this class as much as he can. No expectations. 22 season. I haven't even looked at our schedule, but I know it's gonna be pretty hard because we got Utah, obviously Georgia. What was it? Texas A&M. Those are probably the three big ones that I would say.
You said Georgia?
Yeah, I said Georgia. Um, yeah, those are gonna be the three ones. So I wouldn't be surprised with a 6-win to 9-win. That's my range right there. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
6 to 9.
6 to 9, yeah.
I would say I would go 5 to 7. That's
Okay.
where I would put it right now. I think 5 to 7 wins would be a great year.
We'll see. I know Mullen had 10 on his first year, but that was with the McElwain's recruits. But
Yeah,
we'll
it
see.
was also a different time with it. But
I just think the culture is going to be a lot better than it was
the
with
thing is,
Mullen.
though, what I've noticed is I feel like it takes classes to flip a culture. You know, I feel like the culture just doesn't flip.
Yeah,
You know,
not all at once, but I feel like within the year, we'll see. He has segments of recruiting, so phases of recruiting and phases of the season. So he's going to implement his phases. He seems very genuine and determined that each phase is going to get done and all that stuff. So it's more just wait and see right now.
it looks like your boy Elijah Blades is back in the transfer portal.
Again, that's fun. Yeah, it is what it is.
No, I do think Mario Cristobal is going to recruit.
That's I think. Boy, 62 and 60.
So yeah, so I think you know I don't know if there's anything set in stone yet, but I definitely think FSU got rid of their linebacking coach, Chris Marv.
That breaking news.
I don't know if it's breaking news. I feel like it was people assumed things were be going that way. I mean, you know, you got to be able to recruit your position. You got to be able to recruit your position kind of competently, a little
Yeah,
bit competently. Someone you would know though, very very well, Randy Shannon.
facts.
I think the early reports are there. He's going to take that position. The thing is I'm not trying to break news. We're not trying to break news on this podcast. I'm just trying to talk from a fan's perspective. If that is the route they're going, I think that's a pretty damn good linebacking if they could pull that off.
Uh, I think recruiting wise and maybe technique wise, probably. But as a coach, like a head coach, hell no, not at
Oh
all.
no, he ain't going to be a head coach.
Yeah, I think position coach. He'll do fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll give you like I don't know recruiting wise because I remember he gave us like Cedric Brunson, all these like 3 stars, and I didn't really fuck with. But yeah, not a big fan.
You have beef with Randy Shannon.
I just have beef with the McElwain staff altogether. So
Oh, you don't.
no, I don't like any of them.
I mean, I definitely think from a Florida State perspective, I don't think you could probably find a better linebacking coach to hire. I mean, man, it's coordinated defenses, been a head coach. I think they said it might be a co-defensive coordinator. You know, it's so hard to tell with these staffs who's in what position sometimes, who's coaching what.
Yeah, we're having that problem. Well, not really problem, but we're having that right now. We got a lot of co-defensive coordinators. Like we have this new one. What's his name? Patrick Tony. He's like the
Mhm.
co-defensive coordinator right now. We're gonna find, I guess, another one from the NFL to like kind of subside with him because he's young. He's like 30 something years old. So we're gonna give him that experience. And yeah.
You still think Travis Hunter doesn't come?
Oh, I didn't say he wouldn't go. The FSU. I just said watch out for obviously the Georgia Bama bag. I've heard just from Twitter and other podcasts rumblings about like a UGA. Just like I don't think it's really solidified, but um, yeah, when Bama and Georgia speak with money and like talent and just, but I think he'll stay. I think he'll stay. I just be aware.
So we got who in the playoffs? Alabama's the 1 seed.
So Alabama's the 1 seed. The second seed's Michigan, Georgia, and then Cincinnati.
Hmm. Wow. I mean, the thing is, Cincinnati can run. You know, they can run. They got some dudes that can fly on that team. Uh, over the course of 4 quarters, though, I mean, who doesn't get worn down from Alabama?
That's
You know?
fair. No, like I haven't really watched much of their games, to be
Oh, you
honest.
haven't? It's a fun team to watch, bro. That coach is good. Fickle.
Yeah, Fickle. I was just about to say, yeah, he's a good coach though. But yeah, I don't think they'll make it past. I'm glad they made it. I'm glad the committee made a right decision. I don't know if I would have put just as a Florida fan. I don't know if Georgia should be 3.
Who do you think should be 3?
Well, I think Cincinnati should be 3, and then they put. Well, either would be. I guess they're in the right position because I don't want Notre Dame in. They're sus every year. So It was what? It was Notre Dame and Ohio State. I don't think either of those teams were supposed to make it, shouldn't make it. So I guess they put Georgia in the right position 3, but technically I think they should be in the 4th, but they don't want to see Alabama Georgia rematch. So this early on. So I think the committee did the right thing. I just wish I guess Georgia didn't make it. Because their best win is like number 22 Arkansas. And what, they're 8-4? Whereas
year after
Cincinnati,
year, though, the East, especially with how they schedule things out,
yeah.
they usually don't play too many actual people.
Yeah, best win was 22 Arkansas. Georgia's best win was 22 Arkansas. Obviously, they play Auburn every year? I think they play Auburn every year. That's their West opponent. So yeah, they're going to have an easy run every time until they verse Alabama.
I mean, but then Alabama's just going to Alabama you.
Yeah, and we all saw this Saturday that Georgia can't hang with a team that's going to outscore them or outrun them on a same talent level. They're not going to outscore them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so hard to compare to Alabama, though, man. I mean, every other team.
They're used to just running the ball, wasting the clock. They play that kind of traditional. I don't know why wide receivers would ever go to Georgia, because it's just straight running backs, O-line, and partial QB development there. But we all saw Bryce Young pretty much torch that defense, and they couldn't hang because that's all they know how to do is run.
I mean, Bryce Young, that's
the truth. He's the truth. Be a Heisman winner.
Facts. You think Heisman winner next year?
Bryce Young?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who else. He's definitely the early odd-on favorite. I don't think they'll give it to him just because they don't do it 2 times.
Where are we trying to take this now, Church? You have the audio from that we've had so far saved?
Yeah. What's it called? So we already went over your. Do you have any more coaching hires?
No, I don't. The thing is, I don't think they're talking about making any type of new changes.
I feel like FSU's like news is a little dry right now. Like there's not really much, it's
kind of the stuff on replay. And I mean, I'm not trying to turn this into a recruiting podcast. That's the thing, I
mean, I wouldn't mind talking about some recruiting right now.
You want to go recruiting?
Just like a little bit. I was just curious what happened with the Wesley Besainth shit, linebacker.
So with Wesley Besainth?
Yeah.
I just think a kid likes Miami, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew the coach was going to get canned.
Yeah.
And he did. Manny Diaz got fired. I mean, it'd be dumb to go to Miami right now. We just beat them on the field with a pretty mid team. I mean, FSU statistically wise, S&P plus. I don't care about trolls. I don't give a damn about people saying FSU sucks. S&P wise was a good football team. We played good teams this year.
What's your range? Do you think your class is going to be?
If everything hits right, it could be a top 10 class.
That's fair.
I mean, but realistically, will everything hit right? I mean, I would say no. I don't think it will. ACC had some damn good quarterbacks in it this year, man. I feel like we played some of them.
Sam Howell, kid from West Virginia. I don't know if he's or Wake Forest.
Yeah, the dude from Pitt's pretty good. We didn't play Pitt this year, but he's a pretty good quarterback.
Did you play? You played Tyler Van Dyke, right?
Yeah, we did play Tyler Van Dyke. I think he had one of his worst games against us. That turnovers. Those turnovers kill.
Who else you guys got? What was it? DJ from Clemson?
Yeah. What do you think about DJ Uiagalelei?
Is that how you say his name?
I don't know.
Yeah, I just say ukulele.
DJ Ukulele, like the instrument?
Yeah. DJ Ukulele. I think he's kind of mid. He's like good. Yeah. Sam Howell.
Devin Leary, the NC State Wolfpack QB.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
Boston College got their guy back when we had to play him.
Don't they just run the ball though?
No, whole different team now.
Whole different scheme.
Now they got Phil Jerkovich, Notre Dame transfer. Big boy.
Okay.
probably 6'5", 250. I mean, let me pull up this guy's stats. I think he's underrated. I think he's coming back. I think if he would have won, he was a pretty big quarterback. Pretty big prospect here. ACC seems to put out pretty decent quarterbacks year in, year out.
Yeah. I wonder why that is, though. Is it because the talent gap, or like the talent's not as good in the lower parts?
I
What you
don't
got?
know. Like, the SEC gets the trenches. The Big 12 pack, they get dudes that can run, but the ACC seems to just get dudes that can play the quarterback position pretty well. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's the footprint. Maybe it's those type of the DMV type schools, and you got the Carolinas there. Like Sam Howell was one of the best, I think, quarterbacks to ever come out of North Carolina. I mean, he was going to go to North Carolina.
Did he beat Will Greer's records?
Yeah, he was statistically number one in everything coming out.
Crazy.
With Wesley Basank, though, man, I get tying this all the way back in. I don't know how we got here, but
I don't.
I think that's a main reason, though. I think that's also a look of how the linebacking coach got fired, Chris Martin.
Good point.
Right? I mean, if you can't recruit your position, you can negative recruit them all day. We just beat them with a 5-win team. We beat Miami, you know. Miami was selling that preseason, too, saying, you know, this team could go the distance. This team could go to the playoff potentially. And then that's the result they have. And, you know, you can negative recruit them, and you don't get them. I mean, you know,
yeah,
there's no second place in recruiting. Maybe now there is with the transfer portal, right? But there's just usually no second place in recruiting.
So you just said top 10 class, right? Potentially.
Yeah.
If all things go right.
I would say so.
What kind of prospects would get you there that you're in the mix for? I know Coleman's one of them.
Yeah. See, with the Coleman one, it's just weird now because Cristobal went to Miami. Now, is Miami a threat? I don't know. I don't know if he was going there because of Cristobal or because of the school. I think Kamari Wilson, I think he goes to Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, probably the best safety in the country.
Facts.
You know, Marvin Jones, I mean, if you ask me where do I think he goes, I mean, I think he's going to go to Alabama. I don't think Nigel Lee Kelly wants to come to Florida State.
Where is he going? Miami? He's a wild card right now.
I don't know. You know, I don't know. I do think we flipped Tyree West. I think he wants to come. I mean, I think that's the type of Tyree West's alignment that could play right now.
For you guys, yeah, I think so.
Many college teams. No, probably not Florida State year one, because I mean, both our ends are going to go pro this year, and our defensive tackles are pretty legit. But many college teams in the country, I think he would start as a senior in high school.
Fair.
Julian Armella, I think, is going to go to Florida State.
That's fair.
Then you're going to have some dudes that come down the boards. I mean, if you want to talk about things knocking down right, Marvin Jones, if he comes to Florida State, I think with that, then it's a guaranteed top 10 class at that point. I mean, I think 24/7 has him as the number one end in the country. Yeah, number one edge player in the country.
He's a 5-star now, right?
He's a 5-star according to 24/7.
Yeah, composite.
I mean, he could play too. I mean, he's going to – I think you could play that dude just day one, say, go, here's some pads. Get out the pass. Get out the pad. I mean, 6'4.5", 250. I mean, He has the genes. He has all of it going for him. I mean, I think that would get a top 10 class, I think.
Yeah, there's still some uncommitted prospects left. Yeah, I'd say that probably you're what, 11th right now?
I think 12th.
12th.
Yeah, a lot more schools ahead of us, I think, have some more people committed than we do.
So your average is a little bit higher.
Yeah, I mean, I think having the number one player in the country will do it.
That definitely will.
All 5-star. I don't think AJ Duffy. I don't think he's a plug and play player.
No.
Offensive line wise, though, I mean, I think we probably have one of the better offensive line classes in the country right now. And then you add in Julian Armella. I mean, that's just beefing up trenches. I know you love the absolute trenches. You love the trenches.
Love trenches. No, I definitely think
trenches, brother.
Your class definitely has the good O-line.
Yeah,
this year.
Very, very good O-line. I think that I just think we're recruiting that offensive line position right now pretty well.
Definitely need. Based on the sap, right?
Yeah,
That boy's
he's
different.
yeah. Finding ready-made tackles is basically impossible nowadays. I mean, probably
Finding what?
forever. It's
You said finding what?
ready-made offensive tackles.
Oh yeah, yeah. Damn.
Offensive line recruiting's been pretty sour for a long time now. Is there anything you want to go with Gators recruiting?
For us, I think we have like the number 41 class right now because we just lost Terrence Gibbs. I think Napier said probably didn't want him. I guess he looked at the tape and was like, no.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know who to even believe with that anymore.
Yeah, I
I don't
don't.
know if it's fan speak. I don't know who. Like,
Everyone's a source nowadays, you know.
everyone's a source. Everyone's a source.
But I do think possibility. Well, when I first thought of the hire, I was like, 12 to 15 sounds good, but now I'm thinking just top 20, like 10 to 20. Within that, we're actually probably like 15 to 20 would be the range we'll be in. Just because he only has like what 2 weeks, not even. He has like 9 days to recruit.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna bring in anyone before this. I don't think he has enough time.
All he can do is delay. But
Yeah,
I think what was that?
I'm thinking you could definitely tell people, hey, why don't you just think about that commitment for let's not commit there for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't think you get anyone major within December 15th, right? That's the
Yeah, I think the only commitment date that is close is I think safety Osbury out of Louisiana, which Napier has Louisiana ties and pretty much his whole staff. But I'm not really sure how that's going to pan out. It's either LSU or us, and we both have new coaches. So we'll see. I'm not expecting anything out of that, but the only two players I would say right now are Devin Moore, safety out of Naples. He's like a super low 4-star. And then Trevor Etienne, what is it? Travis Etienne's brother. Since Travis is playing up in Jaguars, Trevor is wants to be close, so he's picking Gainesville most likely.
Yeah.
So
I mean, LSU's humming.
yeah.
I don't. You're not definitely not gonna be able to pull any kids from there.
You don't think so? Even with all our ties, it's pretty deep rooted.
Those kids stay home, man. Those kids stay home.
I think we'll surprise people with the Louisiana shit.
I just know when Louisiana's humming, they don't let kids out of there. It's like a cult out there.
Yeah, you got to think though they're under sanctions and they're under Title IX investigation by the FBI's and all that.
Yeah, that's valid. It's not Florida where it's just a mosh pit of just everyone that would go. Like those kids historically just stay home. I mean, they'll stay home through the good, through the bad. They just go to Louisiana.
That's fair.
And he I'm sure he'll be able to develop some Florida ties, but it's just I wonder how long that'll take him to get.
I do think we're gonna surprise people. He just visited Trey Citizen. I think he's a top 120 recruit out of Louisiana, so we'll see. I think it will be definitely influential. Definitely help us out a little bit.
Any other recruiting news we have?
Not that I really know of.
Okay. I mean, I feel like this has been pretty successful. A pretty successful first pod with my boy here.
Oh, one other recruiting thing. He's visiting Quincy Wiggins as well. He's like a top 80 player. I think it's between us and LSU as well. So a lot of LSU Florida battles.
Where's he from? Where's Quincy Wiggins from?
He's from Louisiana as well, I think.
Okay. I think I would put my money on Louisiana. I don't even know him.
I don't know. This is gonna be tough. We'll see in the coming days. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's good though. I feel like informative, a little interesting. I think as interesting time to start this pod. I think we'll do FSU, we'll get UF, we'll get more. Obviously, bigger college football stories coming in. We're going to talk about that for sure.
Yeah.
Interesting time to start in the off season, trying to build this brand, put out some good content for everyone.
I agree completely.
All right, brother. You doing good?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to start packing all my shit and get this ball rolling, come back to Florida.
Can't wait to see you.
The Sirskis.
All right, my guy.
All right, peace.
I'm gonna fuck with you.
Fuck with you.